Alright, Bruce, I've got everything set up for you as far as all of this, the Safari and all of the backpacker boards that you're going to need for running your DSLR 550 for video, and you can also use it for still photos. I'll kind of go through and show you everything again so you understand it. Of course, you have your little video, your remote PIR sensor right here, and I've installed a push button on and off switch on the front of it. And of course, you would have to install a 9-volt battery in the back. There's a little cover that goes on here that's held on with 2 screws. Just remove it and install a 9-volt battery, and put the cover back on. And to turn it on, you just simply push the little button on the front, and you'll notice as it picks up motion that the LED on the front will come on. It takes it a few seconds to warm up, so there we go. It's actually working now. So if we activate it, not sure if you can see that, but there we go. The little LED on the front lights up to indicate that it is picking up motion. If that little LED gets to where it is on continuously, that is a low battery indicator, so that would tell you that you need to change out your 9-volt battery. And if it gets to the point where that LED is staying on all the time, it's probably going to be false triggering the Safari board. Just like any time that your controller board batteries get low voltage, same thing with this. As battery voltage gets too low, then it will start false triggering. But a 9-volt battery in good condition should last you for quite some time, so that shouldn't be an issue. Now, this is going to be your little video remote that will activate the video on the camera, and I've got the little LED for it ran out on some wires, and you can mount that inside your case anywhere that you want to, as long as the sensor on the front of your camera can pick that up. I found that it really doesn't matter if it's mounted on the top, inside top of the case, or in front of the, on the front of the case, in front of the camera, just anywhere, as long as the sensor on the camera can pick that up. Alright, I'm going to include a shutter cable for you that's already ready to go, and I have a little piece of tape here indicating which wire is which. The white wire is the metering wire, and that wire would connect to the terminal P on the Safari board, which is going to be right here. And then the yellow wire is going to be the common, which would connect to the common port. And then the red wire is your shutter wire, and that would connect to terminal S for shutter. Okay, the little video remote that we have here, I've got an orange and a black wire on it, and those will connect to the Opto backpacker, and that's going to be the board that is stacked directly on top of the Safari board. The orange wire would connect to terminal 1, and the black wire is going to connect to terminal 1C. Alright, the next board up is going to be the MOSFET backpacker, and that one will be the one that controls your lighting arrays for your nighttime video. To wire that up, you would simply, if you're using just one array, you could connect the negative wire from your array into terminal F1, and if you're using 2 arrays, then the negative wire from your second array would connect to terminal F2. Alright, the positive lead from your arrays is going to connect directly to the 12-volt positive power supply. Alright, and there's a couple of different ways you can do that. You could wire it directly in line with your positive wire of the battery, or you could connect it to the power backpacker, which is up top here. You'll see we have, starting at the right, which is ground, and the next terminal to the left is power, and then there's two terminals past that that are for the switch, which is for the toggle switch. Okay, and that'll be what will turn on the Safari board and turn it off. All right. Anyway, on the power backpacker, where the ground wire connects from your 12-volt battery, what I've done is install a jumper wire there, a ground jumper wire, and ran that to the MOSFET backpacker, and that will connect to terminal F2C or F1C. It does not matter, because that provides your battery ground to operate the lights. So just remember that for your lighting arrays, the negative wire from your array is going to connect to F1 and F2, and then we need that jumper wire going from the ground location on the power backpacker and connected into F2C or F1C. Either one of those will work. You only need one connection there. Alright, and then of course our top board up here is our receiver for the Remote PIR, and you're going to need a pretty deep case in order for all of these boards to fit in there. I believe you're going to need a depth of about 2.5 inches or so, and I will try to measure that again right quick here to see exactly what we got. Actually, it's going to be more than that. You're going to need a case that is about 3.5 inches deep, so it's going to take a pretty deep case for all of this to fit into. Now of course you could use the whole setup without using the Remote PIR, and that would eliminate this top board, and you could also do away with the 12-volt or the power backpacker, but if you do that, then you're going to have a 4.5-volt power supply for the Safari board. One thing that I haven't mentioned so far is that when using this power backpacker, please don't connect your power to the Safari board directly, because if you put 12 volts down here to the Safari board, it's going to burn everything up. The 12-volt power supply has to be connected to the power backpacker, because it has a voltage regulator on there that reduces the voltage down to 4.5 volts, so we don't burn up our electronics on the Safari board. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of walk through everything here, showing you that it does work once again. And we're going to power the camera on. I've got the board set up for videos, and the way you change that is dip switch number 2 on the Safari board is for selecting video mode or still picture mode. When dip switch number 2 is in the off position, which it is right now, then that would be for your videos. And I have two different video length settings on there. Dip 1 is for selecting trail mode or feeder mode, and when dip switch 1 is off, that is in trail mode, and that will give you a 1-minute video with a very short pause between videos if further motion is detected. And if you have it set to feeder mode, which is dip switch 1 on, it would give you a 30-second video with a very short delay in between videos if further motion is detected. for dip switch 2 on, that would be for still picture mode, and depending on what shooting mode you have your camera in, you're going to get probably anywhere from 3 to 5 photos if you have your camera set to continuous. And of course, if you have it just set for singles, then that's all you're going to get. I tried to give you as many options on here as I possibly could, so you can just kind of play around with it and see how everything works, and use it to your benefit. Alright, so I'm going to turn on the Safari board now, and we're going to let it go through the walk test. And you'll notice while it's in video mode that when you first turn the Safari board on, your lighting arrays will come on for a few seconds just as a test to show you that they are working. And once that is completed, then we are in walk test mode now. And either the Safari board PIR or your Remote PIR will both activate it. So it has to be a period of 30 seconds with no motion detected in order for it to go out of walk test. And once the walk test is completed, the LED on the Safari board will blink several times, which it just did. So now if we activate the Safari board, the camera comes on, it is recording video. Our lighting array is on. Because of the way I have the Safari board sitting, it is detecting it as being dark enough to be nighttime. And what I did was I have the camera coming on and starting video a very short time before the light comes on. You know, so we're trying not to spook the animals with the light before your video is started. But it's probably only going to be a very few number of frames that are shot. I think I have it timed somewhere around maybe 3/4 of a second from the time the camera powers up until the light comes on. And at this point we're going to be getting, I think it's actually about a 1 minute and 4 second video, and then it will stop, and if further motion was detected it would instantly start taking another 1 minute and 4 second video, since we have it set up in trail mode. So now it has just stopped our first 1 minute and 4 second video, and our lighting array is turned off. So I'm going to turn off the Safari board. I'm going to power that off, and I'm going to change the dip switch setting on it to dip switch 2 on, and change our camera. I'm going to put it into program, and now we can turn our Safari board back on, and we have to let it go through the walk test once again. And once that walk test is completed, and we'll watch it here for the LED to flash. But once the walk test is ended, then we will be ready to take still photos. Alright, so our walk test has just ended, and if I activate the Safari board, I'm sure you can hear that the camera is taking photos, and there's a 5-second delay between photos. Alright, so as you can see, the camera, I've had it set to continuous, and it's taking 5 consecutive pictures with each motion detection. And like I said, it just depends on what mode you're shooting in as to how many you'll get if you have it set to continuous. And you can set it for continuous or singles, however you want to do it. Anyway, I'm going to get this ready to ship out to you, and I'll let you know a price on it. And I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and when you get this, I'm looking forward to seeing some great videos from it. Thank you, sir.